I am Maritoni Fernandez, and we are in the middle of a barley field here in Swan Hill, Australia. We are giving you the world's best, and this is why I've come all the way to Australia, to show that this is where it comes from. You can't get any better than this. It's more than I ever imagined it would be. It's cold.
Well, we think we have the best barley in the world because of our clean irrigation water. Water comes from the Murray River, which is a freshwater river. All our drinking water comes from the Murray River too. One of 3 factors also is this organic property was a dairy farm before we started growing our certified crops here. So it's full of nutrients, and also the climate is perfect for growing winter cereals. Clean, green, certified organic.
When you get to the processing plant itself, the barley smell is so intoxicating. It smells so clean and so fresh. And you can really tell that it just got harvested. And if anything, it feels so healthy. It smells healthy.
It takes up to 3 years to have the farm certified organic. That's going away from conventional farming practices that require nasty herbicides and pesticides. We're certified with NASA, which is one of the Australian certifications for organics. It's quite an intense process.
A lot of people say that they have organic products, but actually what they don't understand is how stringent the tests are. They get spot checked. So at any given time, NASA can come over here and pick up barley from their fields, and if they don't pass, their license gets taken away, which means no pesticides, no chemicals, none of that stuff goes into this land. From the time it's grown, all the way up until packing the barley powder and shipping it to us in the Philippines, no chemicals ever touches it. Nutri-Green Australia is actually the only organic barley farm in the whole of Australia. And I am truly proud to say that we are now the sole distributor in the Philippines for Nutri-Green barley.
IAM Worldwide gets its barley grass powders from Herbal, which sources them from us at Nutri-Green, so you're guaranteed the best barley grass powders in the world.
Amazing morning, everyone! Is anybody there? Ay, hindi ko makita kung may taong nanonood o hindi. Pero I'm assuming you're all there. And I would just like to say na first time kong gawin to and only for I Am Worldwide. So, I love you, Aika. I love you, AM. I love you, Anna. And of course, for all our distributors nationwide and worldwide din pala. So tonight we're going to talk first of all about, I think, our acai berry products. Tama ba? And we'll start off with the simple basic things. Yes, alam naman natin that it is Liza, who is our beautiful endorser for our acai berry. So let's start with the first slide. Gusto ko lang malaman nyo what our acai berry is all about. First of all, nagkaroon kami ng malaking demand sa IM Worldwide for something na pangpa-beauty. And of course, we wanted to share a product that would have almost all the benefits of the detoxification and the pampa-beauty and the health effects that pampaganda ng skin. Kasi I am 51 years old, but I know I don't look 51. Kaya, I mean, tignan nyo naman ang beautiful skin ko, diba? I mean, not many people at 51 can claim to look at least 10 years man lang younger. And I believe that aside from genetics, syempre, it is very important to take care of yourself from within. Kasi if you are healthy from within, talagang lumalabas siya outwards. So, shall we start by telling you what we have in our acai berry products? So first of all, we have, first slide please. Wala. Where are you, everybody? I cannot see kung ano yung meron na pinapalabas sa inyo. Can you show me? Wala. Ayan, benefits of barley ang nakasulat. Pero ang pinag-uusapan natin is yung acai berry. No, not that. Acai berry tayo, guys. Barley inuuna nyo. O, sige. Wait lang. I think I need to get it and I'll read it to you na lang. Kasi mukhang... Ayan, wait lang.
Hello.
Ay, nak.
Wala po.
Wala kayong slide? Ha? Meron yung ginamit natin nun. Yes. Sige. Okay. Live to, so magkakaroon tayo ng glitches, obviously. So habang hinahanap natin yung sa Asay, pag-usapan na lang muna natin yung barley natin. Of course, alam natin lahat na flagship product ng I Am Worldwide ang pure barley natin. Our pure barley is 100% organic, GMO-free, and of course, it's made in Australia. Ibig sabihin ng made in Australia po is talagang nandun yung farm natin. As we entered kanina with our intro, nakita nyo kung saan ako nagpunta, kung saan hina-harvest yung ating barley in the actual barley fields in Australia. It's beautiful, and someday I hope na lahat ng ating mga distributor makarating din doon. Hopefully, pag wala ng COVID and meron na tayong mga plano to bring our leaders to Australia. So let me tell you a little bit about how I discovered barley. I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer in 2001. And I was 30 years old at the time. And I was going through my treatments in West Virginia. And I needed to have chemotherapy and radiation therapy. Chemotherapy, as you well know, is the only way the doctors really know how to combat cancer. So, pag may cancer ka and bata ka pa, ang ina-assume ng mga doctor is that you have an aggressive kind of cancer. Kasi when you're young and you get cancer, mabilis mag-reproduce ang cells mo habang bata ka pa. So what happens is the tendency is for the cancer cells to eat your healthy cells faster than pag matanda ka na. So I knew that I would have to battle this cancer with all of my strength and with all of my spirit, my soul, and my body. And I knew that back then, my spirit was already very strong because of my faith in the Lord. Kaya it's so important na to have a relationship with God. Because if you don't have a relationship with the Lord, everything that you do in this world, ikaw lang mag-isa. Meron ka mang mga nagmamahal sa'yo, they don't have superpowers like the Lord does. So the number one thing I always tell people is, the Lord has given us many ways to heal, but the most important way to heal is your faith with God. So I just want to share with you na aside from my faith that was strong, my spirit was strong, my physical body, I believe, was strong because I would exercise almost 2-3 times a week regularly. Hindi po ako smoker, hindi rin ako umiinom except yung tinatawag na social drinking that I do, but that's all. Hindi ako malakas uminom. And aside from that, I sleep regularly. Hindi naman ako masyadong stressed. Medyo during the time, pero other than the normal amount, hindi naman siguro yung abnormal na tulad ng mga high-stress jobs na meron tayo dyan. Diba? Hindi naman ako yung investment banker or yung nagtitrade sa mga stock market na parang zigzag pag diba? Pagka sobrang na fail yung yung ininvestan mo, sobrang panic mode. So, I just had a regular job, as you well know, artista ako. So, when I got diagnosed with cancer, I was really shocked. I didn't know what to do, and the doctors told me nga na I would need chemotherapy, full-blown chemotherapy, and radiation therapy. For my chemotherapy, I needed 4 rounds. They gave me the most toxic chemotherapy there is kasi nga, I'm so young. So they wanted to give me adriamycin, cytoxin, and a couple other chemotherapy drugs that basically are the most powerful that there are, that they believe na makaka-wipe out ng lahat ng cancer cells sa katawan ko. That was the upside. The downside is, because chemotherapy is so toxic to your system, it doesn't just kill all the bad cells. It also kills all the good cells, which is why most people who go through chemotherapy lose their hair, and then they turn grayish, and then yung mga nails nila nagiging very brittle. And last but not least, the worst is lagi ka nagsusuka because the lining of your stomach is also a fast-producing cell. So because of that, I decided that I would not just rely on my doctors, that we have a saying that knowledge is power. So how would you have power if you have no knowledge? Which is also what I tell people about our products. Kailangan mag-research kayo. You have to know what our product is. Attend all your knowledge, my presentations regarding our products para magkaroon kayo ng knowledge regarding sa mga binibenta natin, sa mga kliyente natin, and sa mga future distributors like yourselves. During that time, I learned that I could actually help myself by boosting up my immune system. Syempre, when your immunity is completely knocked out, you need to do something for yourself aside from yung mga sinasabi sa'yo ng doktor na gawin mo. Kasi nga lahat ng binibigay nilang gamot is toxic. Kailangan ng katawan mo yung toxic na yun kasi kailangan i-wipe out yung cancer cells. Pero at the same time, kailangan mo rin i-feed yung body mo ng all the nutrition that it needs at the same time para lahat ng nawa-wipe out na good cells nakaka-recover. And that is what I discovered Barley does. So, for the past 20 years, every day, every morning, the first thing I do is I drink my barley. Why? Because kahit na magaling na ako, kahit na okay na wala na yung cancer ko, every day there's still stress in our life. Every day our immunity is still tested. Every day meron posibleng virus or bacteria na pumasok sa katawan natin. Like for example, now there's COVID, and COVID is really a very scary thing. Wala siyang sinasanto. Kay matanda, kay bata, kay malakas, kay mahina, everybody can be a victim of COVID. And our barley, that's exactly what it does. It prevents our immunity from dropping. And if your immune system is strong, then no matter what it is out there, you have the capability, your body has the energy and the strength to fight off all diseases. So, let me read to you a little bit, magpa-flash your screen, yung mga, what exactly our barley grass is, okay? It's called nature's potent alkalizer. Bakit? Barley grass is a nutritious food renowned for its alkalizing and antioxidant properties. It is made from young, nutrient-dense shoots of barley, which are harvested above the ground and ensuring that none of the grain is present. Bakit wala yung grain? Because yung grain po, a lot of people are allergic to that. Okay? So ours, basically, is walang grain. Grass lang siya. Since the allergenic protein gluten is only present in the barley grain, barley grass is gluten-free. Kaya ang daming nagsasabi, paano naging gluten-free barley? Kasi po, hindi siya yung wheat na hindi siya yung wheat na grain, but wheat na grass, barley na grass. Hindi siya wheat. Okay? So therefore, hindi siya gluten. Wala siyang gluten. Barley grass is a rich source of chlorophyll and a wide range of vitamins, minerals, and amino acids. Ano naman ang nagagawa ng chlorophyll sa katawan? Okay, chlorophyll, alam natin, we find it in plants, di ba? And ano yung ginagawa ng chlorophyll sa plants? Alam na natin yon. But what chlorophyll does for our body is, it's a natural deodorizer. Okay, that's one of the things that chlorophyll does. So in short, kahit di ka na mag-deodorant, walang mabaho, wala kang bad breath, okay? These are the natural things that chlorophyll does for you. Okay, the nutritional properties naman of barley. Barley grass contains every vitamin except vitamin D. Most minerals, especially calcium, and all essential and non-essential amino acids, all available in their natural and easily absorbable form. So imaginein mo ha, lahat na ng vitamins meron. By the way, since COVID, di ba? Zinc is one of the minerals that is available, that is in barley, and also vitamin C. So nagkakagulo ang buong mundo, naghahanap ng vitamin C with zinc. Ayan po, nandyan sa barley natin. It is readily available. The only extra vitamin you need to take actually is vitamin D. And guess where you can get vitamin D? Naturally, from the sun. So if you drink your barley every day and you spend 10 to 15 minutes under the sun every morning, you should have all the immunity you need against COVID. Okay, so 19 amino acids are found in barley grass, including all 8 of the essential amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein, which are essential for continual cell building and regeneration, as well as energy production, immune function, and detoxification. Barley grass is actually about 26% protein, which is approximately the same amount of protein found in the same quantity of lean beef. So alam naman natin, ang beef is not so good for you. Okay? Kasi when you eat steak, for example, alam nyo ba that it takes your body 7 to 10 days before you actually can, anong tawag doon? When you can actually, not absorb, but when your body can actually process the meat that you actually ate. Kumbaga, it takes that long for your body to take it in, eat it, for it to be able to flush out of your system. It takes 7 to 10 days para bago ma-digest yung meat ng katawan mo. Ayun, ang word, digest. Okay? So, instead of eating that, what you should be eating is more quality foods like our barley. Kasi mas madaling ma-absorb ng katawan with all the nutrients. Barley grass also contains a number of living enzymes and flavonoids that function as potent free radical scavengers. These compounds make barley grass a great nutritional supplement that provides antioxidants and anti-inflammatory nutrients. In fact, some studies show that barley grass extract may be very beneficial nutritionally for many health problems, including gastric ulcers, high cholesterol levels, and cancer. Alkalizing properties. Okay, what are the alkalizing properties? Barley grass is naturally alkaline. So, what causes sickness is acidity. If you're acidic, that will cause sickness. Now, barley grass is one of the highest alkaline products, or what do you call it? Vegetable filled with nutrition that there is on the face of this earth. So it helps neutralize excess acidity in your body. It's also a rich source of chlorophyll. Pag-usapan na natin yan. The green pigment that is necessary for making sugars by plants via photosynthesis. Chlorophyll is one of the most potent alkalizing plant nutrients needed to maintain in an alkaline body. So, kailangan natin ng chlorophyll for us to maintain an alkaline level sa katawan natin. Green barley also contains an array of alkalizing minerals such as potassium, magnesium, and calcium, and zinc. Okay. Green barley contains high concentrations of naturally occurring substances with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties. Okay. So, ang number one na pinakamagandang, alkalizing property ng ating barley is ang tinatawag na superoxide dismutase. Okay? It's a living enzyme. Ngayon, itong superoxide dismutase, sa buong mundo, sa barley lang talaga siya nahahanap at those levels. Ano ba yung ginagawa nito? Tawagin na lang natin siyang SOD kasi nakakabulol yung superoxide dismutase. Okay, so ang SOD is the importance in the body is clearly demonstrated by a study which showed that mice as in daga, lacking the gene coding for SOD, died within the first 10 days of life due to heart attack. Fatty liver, accelerated age-related muscle loss, and metabolic acidosis. A deficiency of SOD was shown in another study to lead to widespread free radical damage, leading to the development of liver cancer later in life. So, itong SOD enzyme na to, ito po ay super super important sa katawan. And that is why barley, our barley from Australia, organic barley, has the highest form. It's not just SOD that is responsible for green barley's potent antioxidant and detoxifying effects. One study shows that the complete green barley extract was found to be more beneficial nutritionally for rheumatoid arthritis than the consumption of only the isolated SOD. That means, hindi lang SOD, pero SOD in barley. Ang super galing. Okay? So it's like magaling na yung SOD, pero pag nasa barley, level up pa siya lalo. Okay? At saka mahirap mahanap ang SOD on its own. You normally find it in food such as plants. Now, the beauty about our barley is that it's so concentrated. One sachet of 3 grams is para ka na kumain ng 1 kilo, 2 kilo, 3 kilo na raw na barley. Depending on the amount of sachets that you drink per day. Diba? Okay, so, isa na tayo. This is most likely due to the synergistic action of various phytonutrients in green barley rather than just the SOD content. Another important compound found in barley is 2-OGIV. This was shown to inhibit superoxidized and hydroxyl radicals by 97 and 91% respectively. These are 2 of the main damaging free radicals in the body. It also contains protein functions B4D1 and D1G1, which were shown to have an anti-inflammatory action better than aspirin when given intravenously. Imagine that means that it prevents heart attack, it prevents stroke, it prevents aneurysms, all of the blood functions that normally cause these sicknesses, our barley can prevent. Green barley also contains anti-mutagenic properties, which means that components in barley grass are able to inhibit damage to the body by cancer-causing compounds. Chlorophyll may be partly responsible for this action, as recent studies have shown that it protects cells against radiation, supports blood cells productions, and inhibits cancer development. Okay, so, nung ako po ay nagka-cancer, the one thing that I remember very well is before I started taking the barley on my first chemo treatment, sobrang sama ng side effects sa akin ng chemo. To the point where para akong gulay for the next 21 days. And ang problema doon is once you have your first treatment, 4 kasi yun 4 rounds of chemotherapy. After you have your first treatment, pag hindi ka naka-recover by 21 days, yung white blood cells mo hindi nakabalik sa normal levels. Kasi wipe out niya yan yung chemo mo will wipe out all your white blood cells. So by the time you reach your 21st day, if your white blood count is not back to normal, meaning your immunity is still not okay, then the doctors will not give you your second dose of chemotherapy. If they don't give you your second dose on time, back to 0 ka na naman. So imagine kung 4 yung dose mo. First dose mo, binigay sa'yo. Di ka umabot ng 21 days. Yung white blood count mo, hindi pa rin nakaka-recover. So, hindi nila pwedeng ibigay yung second dose. So, ang mangyayari, wait nila until bumalik yung white blood count mo to normal. And then, they'll give you your first dose again. So, what happens kung panay hindi mo makuha yung second dose within 21 days? So, balik ka ng balik sa first dose. Number 1, mahal na. Number 2, sobrang toxic sa katawan. That's why I really researched. And this is what the beauty of our amazing barley has done. By the time I discovered our amazing barley, I started drinking it immediately. And upon my second chemotherapy, within 4 days, my white blood count was back to normal. Can you imagine? 4 days. So, if it's normally 21 days, 4, 8, 12, 16, how many? Within 5 days. Normally, di ba? 1/5 of that would have been the amount of time. But mine wasn't even 1/5 of the time. It was 4 days. So, in 4 days, what my body did was recover what normally took it 21 days. That's what our barley does. It's pretty amazing, don't you think? So, what can I suggest? All I can say is, now that I've told you about our barley, I think that you should be able to proudly tell everybody na I think that especially now during the time of COVID, it's important to take your barley. Not just once, not just twice, but 3 times a day. Better safe than sorry. Ako po, talagang, I'm basically one of those people na medyo delikado ang kalagayan ngayong COVID, diba? Kasi may predisposed sickness ka na, which with me was my cancer. But for some reason, the Lord has really prevented me from being sick. He's really prevented me from feeling not so well. And I have to admit, di naman ako nakakulong sa bahay all the time. Ako pa rin ang nagsusupermarket. Ako pa rin yung... I'm very careful, of course. Like everybody, wear your mask, wash your hands, wear gloves. Ako nga nag-gloves pa. Hindi gloves. Meron akong gloves, yung cloth gloves. Hindi naman kailangan hindi naman kailangan na medical gloves. Basta naka-gloves ka lang, when you go home, just remove them and wash them right away. Palabhan mo kagad. And wash your hands regularly. Wear glasses if possible kasi may ibang studies nagsasabi pumapasok daw yung virus through the eyes, through the liquid in the eyes. So, wear your glasses, wear your mask, wear a shield if you really want to. Pero, for me, there's no reason why you cannot continue to live your normal life. Hindi naman kailangan magkulong sa bahay 24/7. Also, drink your barley and you know that you will be a step ahead. So, I don't know if you can all hear me because I really don't see the comments and I can't see how many people are watching. But, okay, I see some. Ayan, merong iba, pero hindi marami. But, I would just like to tell you that I'm really proud to be the person that brought the original barley to the Philippines. Kaya siguro ako tinatawag na Barley Queen is because, yun nga, I was the person that was able to bring the product to this country first through the drugstores and then through our I Am Worldwide network marketing. And of course, I do not supply any other networking company except I Am Worldwide. I would like to clarify that because I know a lot of other companies still use my testimony to try to sell their barley. I only supply I Am Worldwide. Wala na pong ibang networking company. So kung bumibili po kayo under another company and they are trying to convince you that it's because of me that you will get well, do not buy from them. Only make sure that you buy from I Am Worldwide and make sure that whoever you're buying from has a distributor's ID. Okay? Meron na rin po kaming reports na may mga nagbebenta ng fake. So, I would advise you not to buy in Lazada or yung mga online companies because you never know if you're buying the original. Better that you buy directly from the company or directly from somebody who has a distributor's ID. That's the best way to go. Okay, so I just got a message na we have 1,100 viewers right now. I would like to welcome you all and say I am really, really happy na kahit di ko kayo nakikita or wala akong response from you guys na you are here and you are willing to learn about our product. And like I said earlier, knowledge is power. So please try to learn as much as you can about our products. Most of the things that you want to learn about our barley or our acai berry are online. So all you have to do is Google and you will find it. Okay? Ayan, there. May cautions. Meron tayong nakitang cautions. Ano yung cautions natin ngayon? Meron ba? Caution. Green barley is a natural food and is not linked to any significant adverse effects. However, due to its detoxifying properties, it is best to start at a low dose and gradually increase the dose to avoid any detoxification symptoms. Common symptoms of detoxification include headache, fatigue, flatulence. Yung flatulence, ibig sabihin nun yung gassy. You become gassy. Increased bowel movement and water excretion. These symptoms should cease within 24 to 48 hours. Okay? However, many people do not suffer from detox symptoms at all. That does not mean you're not detoxifying. It just means na wala kang symptom. Parang yung sa COVID, asymptomatic ka. Okay. So ensure you drink plenty of filtered water and eat a healthy diet to support your body's detox efforts. Barley grass is a rich source of vitamin K, which is an important vitamin for blood clotting. Therefore, it's important to discuss this with your doctor if you are taking blood thinning medications. That's the only time na kailangan mong mag-isip or mag-inquire sa doctor mo is kapag meron kang mga blood thinning na ginagamit. Aside from that, anybody from birth to old age can take our barley very, very regularly. There's no problem with that. Many people ask me, bakit po meron akong nararamdaman na ganito or meron po ako biglang breakout sa mukha or allergic reaction. Relax, it is just a process of detoxification. I always tell people, better to have it come out than to keep it inside your body. Kasi pag nakakulog yan sa loob ng katawan ninyo, eventually, magiging sakit yan. And who knows, baka maging malala pa, like cancer. So to prevent any of those things, what you have to do is detoxify. And like I said earlier, detoxify by starting with 1 or 2 sachets per day and increase 3 to 4 days later. You can start taking 3 sachets. And kung meron po kayong nilalabanan na sakit like cancer or diabetes or high blood pressure, then you can drink as much as you want. In fact, walang maximum dose ang ating barley because it's 100% natural. So I think we're pretty much done with our barley talk, and let's now move on kasi wala naman ako makita rin ng mga questions. I think that the best thing to do for our Q&A is ibibigay ko na lang sa inyo yung aking Facebook account, which is Maritoni Fernandez -Barley. And you can ask me any question there anytime. Magkaroon tayo ng community doon para yung mga may sariling okay. Magko-call sa akin si Ike's para makita ko rin yung mga chats ng mga viewers. Yes, Nak, please. Ayan, okay. Ayan. Connecting. Hi, Nak.
Ika.
Hi, okay. Tignan ko,
Right
ayan.
side po.
Sa right side, wala eh. Ayun, live comment. Oh, there it is. Hala, sorry talaga na. Sorry. Alam mo, ganyan nangyayari pag 51 ka na eh. Hindi ka masyadong high-tech. Okay? So,
Okay pa. Kasi may mga questions sila.
okay, I see it. Okay. Ayan, ang dami pala. Oh my God.
Sa screen mo, Tita.
Oh, nakita ko na. Sige. Okay. Bye. Oh my gosh, ang dami pala. Sorry. Okay. Okay, di halata. Thank you. Okay, so ang dami na. My gosh, babalikan ko ba to? Okay. Watching from Canada. Wow. Very nice. Thank you. Mamaya basahin ko na lang siguro lahat to. And then, yung mga questions, I will slowly answer them. Okay? Sa baba. Saan yung baba? Anak, wala akong makita sa baba. Okay. I see it. Okay. Yung sa coffee, ilan daw po ang percent ng caffeine? Okay, thanks po. I will have to look that up. I don't want to guess. It is in our documentations. So, I will let you know. Thank you po, Barley Queen. Pwede po siya, but of course, pwede sa bata ang barley natin. Okay? Okay lang po ba barley siya? Merong high potassium. Yes, of course, pwede. It neutralizes all of those in your body. Okay? Actually, you look younger than your age. Thank you. Bait ang asawa ko. Next. Okay, ang dami kong gout na tumubo sa katawan, sa kamay, sa paa. At di ko matiklop kamay ko. Okay, mag-barley ka every day. Okay, build up mo yan up to 3 sachets per day. para mawala ang iyong gout. Okay? And stop eating yung mga nakaka-cause ng gout. Okay, shout out from Car. Shout out. Hi Car Cebu. Ryan Polido. Okay, watching from Pangasinan. Okay, shall we move on and maybe I can just answer some of your questions later. JC, I will get back to you regarding the caffeine content of our coffees later. Okay? Kaya po ba yung stage 4 lymphoma? Ilang sachets po? Dayon, like I always tell our distributors, our barley is an immunity booster. Okay? It is not a cure to cancer. So, needless to say, may mga cases na cancer na na-cure talaga purely on our barley. But I am a believer of a combination of traditional medicine and homeopathic medicine. So, since ours is herbal, I suggest that you talk to your doctor kasi stage 4 is very malala na yan. Now, in some cases kasi pag stage 4, ayaw nang galawin ng doktor kasi that's considered terminal already. In which case, ano ba ang mawawala kung itry mo na i-cure yan ng barley natin? Walang imposible kay Lord. And marami na pong na-cure ang barley natin ng even terminal cancer. So that's my answer to you. Yes, pwede sa goiter. No, it does not contain iodine. Okay, so let's move on. Okay? Yes, pwede sa high blood. Ang daming question. Okay, mamaya ko na gagawin to. Let's move on to acai berry extract naman. As you well know, our acai berry product is a combination of many things. We have Bacopa manieri, acai berry, marine collagen, coca-cola, ginseng, omega-3, turmeric, and of course, our organic barley. Our model Liza Soberano is a perfect example of what our acai berry extract can do for you. Of course, me personally, I take our acai berry, but not as much as our barley kasi ako naman a cancer survivor. Although our acai berry contains barley also. So, kung wala naman kayong karamdaman and gusto nyo magpa-beauty, then definitely I would go with our acai berry extract. Okay? So, next slide please. Okay, so Bacopa manieri. Wait lang I'll be back. 1 minute. I have to read it to that. No, it's not here. No. Somebody read this together. Yeah. Hi everyone. Okay, we're back. I was trying to look for my copy so that I don't have to read it on the screen, but I don't seem to have it. So I will read it on the screen na lang. All right, so what are the things in our Bacopa manieri? There you go. Bacopa manieri is also known as water hyssop extract, which comes from a creeping marsh plant used in Ayurveda for neurological rejuvenation and is known for enhancing one's memory as well as possessing a calming effect to ease the stresses of daily life. Bacopa manieri is also traditionally used to fight depression, as well as improves learning and various neuropharmacological disorders. It is traditionally given to boost brain power. It has the ability to interact with the dopamine and serotonin systems of the brain, but its main mechanism concerns promoting neuron communication. It does this by enhancing the rate in which the nervous system can communicate by increasing the growth of nerve endings, also known as dendrites. It is also an antioxidant. Clarify ko lang, in short, ano ang bako pulmonary? Ang brain natin, when you have a thought, it actually basically connects. There are parang little electrical surges that happen in your brain for you to remember a thought or remember a memory. Now, without that, it's your memory starts to fade. Bako pulmonary basically enhances that. It keeps it working as though you were young. That is one of the things that bako pulmonary does, which is why we really wanted to make a product that was for beauty and brains. Kaya nga si Liza, kasi beauty and brains siya. So, bako pulmonary is really something that enhances your memory. Okay? So, next slide, please. Acai berry extract. Alam naman natin lahat that acai berry is one of the most powerful antioxidants. And pagka pinag-usapan natin in antioxidant, it's a lot of free radicals enter your system, especially in a polluted country such as ours. So the number one way to prevent your brain from losing its ability to stay focused and to stay alert is to take your acai berry every day. There are a lot of acai berries available, drinks and food supplements out there, but our acai berry is one of the best in the world. And again, like I said, because we mixed it with other products that also enhance the brain, it actually complements everything that is in our product to do with beauty and your brain. So that is what our acai berry does. Okay, so can you expand it? Yeah. Expand my acai berry. Full screen? Full screen yung acai berry muna. Hindi ko mabasa, maliit masyado. Ayan. Okay, next we have marine collagen. Marine collagen is a fibrous protein extract from the scales of or skin of saltwater fish. Preliminary animal and clinical studies have found that this type of collagen possesses medical properties that help skin look and stay youthful. The main role of marine collagen is to help tissue stretch without tearing. Think of it as the glue that holds your body together. It is the reason why your skin moves the way it moves and moves back after you touch it. So parang ganito. Oh, ganyan. Oh, pag pinrest mo, di ba? Ayan. Bumabalik. That's because of collagen. It is the reason why your skin moves the way it moves and moves back after you touch it. Some of the benefits of taking marine collagen daily is having beautiful, radiant skin and healthy hair and nails. It also helps fight inflammation and eases joint pains. It is the most expensive and best type of collagen available in the market today. Siyempre, sa IM Worldwide, di tayo nagtitipid kasi gusto natin quality ang products natin for all our distributors and our members. Okay, so next slide, please. Gotu Cola. Okay. Originally, when we were creating this product, we were thinking whether we should make it acai berry with Gotu Cola or acai berry with bako pulmonary. The reason why we decided to go with bako pulmonary and collagen is because Gotu Cola can only be taken in by certain amounts. Otherwise, may overdose ang Gotu Cola. Kaya ang acai berry juice natin is divided into 3 drinks per day. So you can actually take our acai berry extract 3 times a day for maximum benefit. Okay? Gotu Cola is pegged as the herb of longevity. Ibig sabihin nun, it's, it promotes long life. Okay? Gotu Cola is a staple in traditional Chinese, Indonesian, and Ayurvedic medicine. Practitioners claim the medicinal plant has the power to boost brain power, heal skin issues, and promote liver and kidney health. It helps boost brain functions and is effective in improving the memory, again, for the brain. It has the potential to treat Alzheimer's disease and has the effect of protecting brain cells from toxicity. It also has an anti-anxiety effect, reducing depression, and aids in easing insomnia. The anti-inflammatory properties of gotu kola may be useful in treating arthritis. In wounds, sa sugat, it helps prevent scarring. For people who travel often, it has been found that gotu kola can reduce problems with fluid retention, ankle swelling, and circulation tied to taking flights that last longer than 3 hours. Okay, hindi naman natin kailangan isipin yon dahil bawal lumipad kahit saan right now. But arthritis is a very, very big problem, especially among the elder people. So imagine, pag tumatanda ka na, nawawala yung memory mo. So, gotu kola prevents that. Number 2, nagkaka-arthritis ka. So, gotu kola prevents arthritis. Also, our Alzheimer's disease, which is actually a genetic disease. So, which means this actually corrects your genes itself. Okay? Genetically improves the problems of aging. Okay, so next. Ginseng. I think ginseng, everybody knows this. Both American ginseng and Asian ginseng are believed to boost energy. Alam niyo na kung anong klaseng energy. Lalo na yung mga lalaki, alam nila yan. Lower blood sugar and cholesterol levels, reduce stress, promote relaxation, treat diabetes, and manage sexual dysfunction in men. Ayan. Ginseng may help stimulate physical and mental activity in people who feel weak and tired. Para hindi nagko-complain si Mrs. One study revealed that ginseng showed good results in helping cancer patients with fatigue. Okay, so it helps you not feel tired. So natural siya ha. Natural ang ginseng. So, diba yung iba, to get a boost of energy, nagkakape. Coffee, actually caffeine is so bad for you. Ginseng has the same effect, but is not bad for you. It may improve thinking processes and cognition, behavior, and quality of life. It can prevent you from catching the flu. Ayan, lalo na ngayon, mag-flu season na naman. Plus COVID, there are some research that link ginseng and the treatment of and prevention of influenza and respiratory viruses successfully. It has also been shown that ginseng may help lower blood sugar and help treat diabetes. So I think combined with all the other things, it is not only powerful for your brain, but also for your overall health, your respiratory system, which is very important. Okay? Next, please. Next. Omega-3. This is one of my favorites. Kasi ako sobrang mahilig ako sa yung mga anything to do with beautification of the skin. Oily fish, nuts, and leafy green vegetables are high in fatty acids and protein, both crucial nutrients needed to help repair damaged skin cells. It not only plays a vital role in the health of the membrane of every cell in our body, it also helps protect us from a number of key health threats. Omega-3 heals the skin from inside out, repairing damaged cell membranes, helping make the skin more resilient. Omega-3 has anti-inflammatory properties, again, that reduce redness and swelling, limiting irritation, having a positive aspect for clear skin. Fish oil is rich in polyunsaturated fats, helps restore the skin, and eradicate dryness. Isa sa mga problema talaga natin, no, is dry skin. Either too oily or too dry. Imagine, if you take our acai berry every day, nan-neutralize yon and nagagawang maganda ang skin mo. Okay? So, next please. Next please. Ayan. Turmeric. Ito, maraming taong nagsasabing, oy, umiinom na ako ng turmeric, kailangan ko pa ba ang barley? Iba ang turmeric. Okay? Turmeric is mainly for the brain, whereas our barley is an immunity booster. Okay? Recently, science has started to back up what Indians have known for a long time, turmeric really does contain compounds with medicinal properties. These compounds are called curcuminoids. Sige nga, ulitin, curcuminoids. Hindi curcuminoids ha, curcuminoids, the most important of which is curcumin. Curcumin is the main active ingredient in turmeric. It has powerful anti-inflammatory effects and it is very strong. Oxidative damage in our cells is believed to be one of the main reasons for aging and many other diseases. Turmeric protects our cells from oxidizing, being a very strong antioxidant, and so drastically delays the aging process and protects us from disease. Curcumin boosts levels of the brain hormone BDNF, which increases the growth of new neurons and fights various degenerative processes in your brain, such as Alzheimer's and or depression. So again, it's Alzheimer's and depression. So I think that if you want to be beautiful and you want to retain your memory and have good brain function, then I think the turmeric is one of the things that you should take. And that is also in our acai berry extract. Okay, next please. Last but not the least, para lang kumbaga, napakaganda ng produkto. Pero para lang hindi makalimutan ng mga tao na ito ay overall product ng I Am Worldwide and supplied by, of course, your one and only Barley Queen. Of course, we had to put a dose of barley in our acai berry extract. Okay, hindi ko talaga mabasa to. It's super small. But I think that most of you already know what is in our barley. Like I said, it is one of the most complete nutritional products God has ever created naturally on the face of this earth. So if you want to remain beautiful, but at the same time, maintain the power of your brain, okay, please take our acai berry daily. And take your barley 3 times a day, at the very least. Okay? So, okay, what are your questions? Let's see. Meron ba? Yung mga tungkol sa marketing na questions, I think you can just go directly to the site of I Am Worldwide and they can discuss with you how to become a member and what packages we have and also what the benefits are of the marketing plan. Aside from that, our products, you can also text me personally and Maritoni Fernandez -Barley sa FB and I can answer all your questions there. For the meantime, hello po ulit. Is our barley okay for those with fatty liver and gallbladder po? Yes, it is okay. I specifically looked that up. Hello po, pwede po ba, ano yun? Sa bata at buntis ang ating acai berry? No, hindi. Hindi pwede sa bata ang ating acai berry because nga may goto cola. Ang goto cola po is very limited. It has a overdose. So, pwede siya for pregnant women as long as they don't exceed 3 sachets per day. Okay? Pwede po ba for diabetic and high blood? Yes, pwede. Because wala naman sugar ang ating acai berry products. Paano po pag mataas ang liver count, Ms. Maritoni? Take your barley. Okay? Your barley 3 times a day will help with your mataas na liver count. Okay, what else? Acai berry okay to those who have goiter? I wouldn't risk it, to be honest. Okay? Better take the barley than the acai berry. Yung mother ko po, diabetes, pwede ba niya inumin sabay ng acai? Yes, pwede. Walang sugar ang ating mga products. Ang sugar content ng products natin is all natural sugars. Okay? So, it does not cause diabetes. How many dose of barley po in acai berry sachet? That is For one sachet, I think it is about 1 gram lang. So it's very little. That's why you have to take your barley along with it. Pwede po ba sabay sa isang araw ang barley? Of course, pwede. Yes, definitely. In fact, I would suggest you take barley in the morning, asay, and then barley and asay at night. That's what I suggest. Hello po, Miss Ton. Okay po ba na ipainom sa baby? Of course, pwede. Yan ang purpose ng ating barley. Okay lang po gumamit ng dating TB gumamit ang dating TB ng barley? Yes, definitely. Pwede. Ano pa? Meron pa? Pwede po ba ang asay sa may ulcer or thyroid history? Hindi ako sure. Okay, that's the honest to goodness truth. Kung meron kang pre-existing condition, take barley na lang. What age po recommend ng acai berry? Of course, 18 and above. Okay, kung meron kang gustong bigyan ng acai berry below the age of 18, consult the parent. What illness po or disease ang bawal mag-take ng acai? Na-mention na kanina. I will look it up again and then I will post it for you. Okay, I will post it in the Maritoni Fernandez Barley site so that you can see it. Pwede po ba ang barley sa acidic, high blood, and arthritis? Yes, and yes. But Miss Tony, acai berry helps my very good friend with thyroid po. Hindi siya nakakaramdam ng pagod. Well, there must be something in our acai berry that helps that, but I would still suggest that you take the barley. Yes, barley is pwede for aneurysm. Okay. Hello po ulit. Ang barley natin sa patient. Yes, pwede. Diba? That's already, we already talked about this before. Creatine, actually, the high creatine will be equalized by our barley. The client po ko try 3 boxes 2 times a day. Kaso nag-stop po siya dahil lalo po tumaas platelet ng dugo niya. Bakit? Ituloy niya. Dapat ituloy-tuloy niya para mag-regularize. Yung platelet ng dugo niya, siguro nag-react lang siya because bagong start lang siya mag-take. After biopsy, of course, pwede. Yes, that's what I did also. Pag nag-take po ba ng maintenance, okay lang? Yes, pwede. Pwede mong isabay sa maintenance mo yan. Pwede po ba ang barley sa hemorrhoids? Yes, pwede po. Okay. Pwede po ba sa breastfeeding mom? Ang acai berry, only up to 3 sachets per day. Okay? Okay, what else? Normal lang po ba na di ka makatulog pag inom ng acai berry? Well, it boosts your energy. So, for me, I would not take your acai berry at night. I would take it with lunch and dinner kung medyo matagal ka pa bago matulog. Pero kung iinumin mo and then within 1 or 2 hours matutulog ka na, wag na lang. Mag-barley ka na lang para mahimbing pa yung tulog mo. Barley juice or capsules, barley. Pareho lang po yan. Pero mas makakatipid ka dahil 3 grams natin in 1 sachet is equivalent to 6 capsules. Pwede po ba ang barley sa heart enlargement at barado pong ugat? Yes, pwede po. In fact, meron po tayong mga FDA studies from the US that it is really good for your heart. Okay? Ano pa po? Meron pa ba? Pwede po ba ang barley natin sa 8-month-old na may sakit sa puso? Yes, pwede po. I know doctors say no, but yes, pwede. I'm already saying that. Okay lang po ba sa hot water ang barley as long as it's not 100 degrees? Nakapagpapataba? No, hindi siya nakakapagpataba. Only unless there is already a pre-existing condition in your body that it needs to regulate. Basically, kung sobra kang payat, i-regulate niya, magigain ka ng weight. Pag overweight ka, maglulose ka. Kapag may acid reflux, ang acai berry, again, I would prefer that you take the barley. Okay? Or if you really want to take your acai berry, sabayin mo sa barley para to be sure na hindi ka magka-acid reflux. Okay? Ano yan? Message me po. Message you? Mas high ang powder. Ng alin? Pwede po ba ang acai berry sa hemorrhoids? No, acai berry is for beauty and brains. Pwede po ba ang barley sa may battery sa puso? Yes, pwede. Okay. Ang barley kasi natin, you have to understand, is just like taking a mega dose of vegetables. Okay? But it contains all the micronutrients, the amino acids, everything that your body needs. Pwede po ba nagda-dialysis ang acai berry? I don't see why not. Since it's only for beauty and your brains. Okay. Bakit po wala sa nutritional facts yung 68 micronutrients? Good question, Mark. Okay. Once and for all, asan na ba yung box natin? I'm just going to get, can we have a box of the pure? It's outside, I think. Okay. Let me explain this. Kasi po, ang testing sa Philippines ng FDA is based on the 2,500 calorie intake per day. Okay? And since one sachet of our barley does not compute to 2,500 calories per day, it will not be reflected. It does not mean that it is not there. It just means that the system in which our country tests for approval of FDA and SGS, which is basically the alkalinity test, is kung may mga metal ba sa barley natin, all of that. That is the only reason it doesn't come out in our NutriFacts bar. Okay? Because dito po sa NutriFacts bar natin, ang lumalabas lang dito is based 1 over 2,500 calories. That is why. So, kung nakakonsume tayo ng barley worth 2,500 calories, then it would all appear. Unfortunately, that is the system in our country. It does not have anything to do with whether or not it actually has it. In fact, what we have done to circumvent that problem is have an insert inside that actually describes what is in our barley. Okay? I hope that answers your question. Response lang. Did that answer your question? Yes? Thumbs up yung mga nakaintindi ng sinabi ko. Okay? Ano pong naibibigay na benefit ng acai berry sa mga ADHD? Okay. As you well know, our acai berry is made up of 7 different products. And a lot of those have benefits to the brain. So an ADHD basically is a brain deficiency. Okay? So it's naturally, kung ano yung mga nabibigay to boost your brain development, all those things will help preventing ADHD. And it has calming effects also. Miss Tony, may pamangkin ko po, 6 months old, undergo sa chemo kasi tinanggalan ng mass sa belly po nyo. Pwede po ka sa kanya? Alin, ang barley? Yes, pwede. Yes, definitely pwede. Okay, next. Okay lang po ba ang barley sa may maintenance na gamot sa puso? Lalo na po bawal sa kanya mga green leafy vegetables. Salamat po. Okay, number 1, our barley is already frozen dry. It does not have any of the other things. Wala na siya ng mga regular na nakikita mo sa gulay na mga, how do you describe it? Pure form na siya, bale. Concentrated and pure form na siya. So, yung mga sinasabi nila na bawal na green leafy vegetables na pang-maintain ng puso, wala na po yan. Kasi meron pong FDA letter sa US that our barley is actually preventive of heart attacks. So this question actually doesn't make sense. I'm going to look that up. I'll get back to you, Emily. Okay? I'm gonna look that up for you because okay. Anyway, Emily, please message me on my Facebook account na Maritoni Fernandez -Barley. Balikan kita doon. Pwede po ba sa 12 years na na-stroke po? Possible po ba yun na makatulong? Yes, pwede. As long as we are alive, our bodies can still heal. Okay? Next question, please. Please repeat again yung consequence ng pag-inom ng barley sa blood thinning. Okay, I will read it again. Only if you are taking blood thinning medication. Okay? Barley is a rich source of vitamin K, which is an important vitamin for blood clotting. Therefore, it is important to discuss with your doctor if you are taking blood thinning medication. There. Bakit ka mag-take ng blood thinning medication? Only if they suspect you have a blood clot in your body. That's the only time. Or yung meron kang some kind of tumor blockage of some kind. That's it. Pero unless you're taking blood thinner, there's no reason for you not to take our barley. Okay? Watching from Japan. Hi, Ate Irene. How are you? Ba't ka nasa Japan? Pwede po ba sa daughter ko na 5 years old may ASD, yung acai berry? Yes, pwede. Of course. Pero I would only give one sachet per day kasi nga merong mga other ingredients doon. Is there any test po na testy po na gumagamit ng barley na may Bell's palsy syndrome? Yun po yung I know what Bell's palsy is. I think it cannot harm, it cannot do any damage, and it might actually help. Kasi ang Bell's palsy actually is just a muscle na nag-collapse sa face mo. So normally, that actually, Bell's palsy normally corrects itself. But in some cases, hindi na siya nag-normalize. Drink the barley. Miss Ton, pwede bang mag-normal na ang high blood pressure niya sa pag-inom ng barley? Itigil niya. Do not stop your maintenance. Isabay mo lang. And then, once makikita mo may process naman yan, gaganon siya. Mag-meet halfway and then mas maano na yung barley. Mas madalas mo na inumin until your doctor will tell you kung saan niyang sasabihin na doesn't look like you need it anymore, your medication. So, just continue your barley. Okay? What else? Pure barley sa 16-year-old with multiple neck mass. Parang nahirapan mag-poops after mag-take ng pure barley. Baliktad po. Normally, mas nakaka-regular ang pagbanyo. So, ano pa po ba ang mga iniinom niya other than the barley? Look to other things because barley is very high in fiber, and one of the first effects that most, if not all people discover is it prevents constipation. Okay? Amazing evening, Maritoni. I'm a yep from Negros. Pwede ba ang acai berry sa senior citizen? Pwede po. Actually, it's good for them because it prevents Alzheimer's. Okay. Next. Wala na. Are we good? Pwede bang barley and acai berry sa meron melasma? I would stick to the barley. Take the acai berry once lang per day. There. And twice barley. Next. Pwede po ba ang barley pag may lung tumor ang isang tao? After my biopsy, pwede pa rin po ba uminom? Sabi ko bawal uminom ng mga supplements after biopsy. Ano po advice nyo sa mga lung tumor? Mag-under po ba siya ng biopsy or better to mag-barley po muna? Thank you. Okay. Number 1, Loyola. I am not a doctor. Number 2, I had cancer personally, but not lung tumor. Akin is breast cancer. So, I suggest uminom siya ng barley. Yes, it will not in any way go against the doctor's, yung sinasabi niya na advice dahil natural ang barley natin. So, kung sinasabi niyang food supplements, baka ang ibig niyan sabihin, yung mga nakakapsule, yung mga vitamin C, mga ganyan. But this is totally natural and it's actually, our barley comes straight from the farm. It is dry processed, cold processed, no heat touches it. So it's as though, the minute that you put our barley into water, it's as though kumain ka na ulit ng damo na galing sa farm mismo. So, there you go. Concentrated version. Ano po ang meaning ng percent Rennie value based? That is what I mean. That is the 2,500 calorie basis ng male adult na nakalagay sa nutritional facts. Yun yung sinasabi ko. Kaya yung Nutri-Facts natin dito, walang nakalabas na mga amino acids, benefits, everything. It's because nga it's based on that, which is it is based on the 2,500 calorie count, male adult requirement for the Nutri-Counts. Okay? So that's why. Meron po ba sakit na hindi pwedeng i-recommend so we can avoid it? Anything that has to do with taking blood thinners. That's it. Next. Anything else? Pwede ba inumin ng may thyroid and fatty liver ang acai berry? You know, like I said, thyroid and fatty liver, the barley can handle. The acai berry, I would stick to just 1 sachet per day, which is more than enough. Kasi I really don't know what the side effects of, hindi ko alam kung ano yung mga contraindications ng thyroid and fatty livers with the 7 different brain boosting and skin enhancing properties ng acai berry natin. Although I really don't see why they should have any kind of conflict at all, because it does not affect, it doesn't have anything to do with your thyroid or fatty liver. But with regard to fatty liver and thyroid, barley is definitely the way to go. Okay. No more? Pwede po ba ang acai sa may seizure disorder? Ooh. Google natin yan. And then balikan kita. Okay. Yes. Thank you so much, Mentor Miss Maritoni. Dami po learning. Thank you din sa inyong lahat. And I'm pregnant po. Ito, meron pang isa. I'm pregnant po. And may mga vitamins din po na sinabi. Hala, hindi ko na makita. Ano yan? Wait. Ayun. Sinabi na dapat ko inumin, but still nainom din po ako ng barley. As ano po best time inumin? Ang best time na uminom ng barley natin is first thing in the morning before breakfast and first thing before sleeping at night. Pwede po ba uminom ng tisnag spotting? Yes, pwede. Actually, one of the highest rates of successful testimonies with regard to our barley is pagbubuntis. Okay, so good luck sa'yo, Piga, Janice. Okay. Eto, Jeneline Fernandez Mirar. Good evening po. I was diagnosed with breast cancer, 3C, ER, PR positive, done. Chemo and radiation just this month. My right breast was diagnosed with invasive carcinoma grade 2. I want to try barley. How often can I drink barley powder in a day? I also have hypertension. Hi, Janeline. I had pretty much the same thing that you have. Mine was stage 2B, ER/PR positive also. And it was also on my right breast. Mine was ductal carcinoma. So, of course, please try the barley. It will help you a lot, especially if you're going to be going through chemo. How many? I would start with 2 to 3 sachets per day and increase to as many as you can possibly take per day. Slow increase, okay? Yeah, hypertension is not a problem. You can take the barley along with it. Okay? I think that's it, guys. Meron pa ba? I'll take 2 more questions and then I'm going to say goodnight. My friend has diabetes but the doctor told him na wag inumin kasi may sugar ang barley. Wala pong sugar ang barley. Meron natural sugar. It's like pag kumain ka ng apple, di ba? Matamis ang apple. Meron bang sugar ang apple? Ganun lang po yun. Okay? So, that's not. Our barley contains 0 sugar. Okay? Miss Maritoni, ang nakalagay po sa box ng Asay, it's not recommended. Yes, all our products have to have that because it is a requirement of FDA. And if I don't put that, we could get into trouble. It's as simple as that. Okay? That's it. Is that it, guys? Thank you and God bless you all. And for any more questions, please just log on to FB and put your questions under Maritoni Fernandez -Barley. Okay? And I'll get to them slowly but surely. God bless you all. And first time ko to, pero I hope marami kayong natutunan. I hope nakatulong to. And if you enjoyed it and if you think you learned something, if you have invites, maybe we can do this again in a month. Okay? God bless you all. Bye.